Alright, this time we're going to set up the feet. It's pretty easy to set up the feet, but the most important thing for this would be the reverse foot control. So in order to get that to work, what we're going to do first, we're going to make some IK handles and we're going to put that in the feet, okay? So let's make sure that first we have some rotate planars and we have it going from the top of the leg to the bottom over here. And you're going to see that it's going to maybe even change the way the foot is oriented, but that is going to be fixed once we give it a pull vector. I already have some stuff set up here for a pull vector. All you have to do is click the curve first and then the pull vector itself, the IK handle itself, and then just go and do a constrain pull vector from the rigging menu. Do it again over here just to see. And what that pretty much does is it orients the pull vector towards the constraint, just like with the elbows. So now we can kind of move our legs accordingly. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put the IKs over here in the bottom foot, over here. So now you can see I have control over the foot using this curve. It's not clearly done completely yet because you can see that the foot is kind of bending below and moving around when it's not supposed to. So I'm going to start over here with this. Just to make sure, I want to show you that the pull vector over here works like this. Very nice. So what do we do now? Now we use, for the first time, the only time that I think I know, single chain solvers. We're going to create two for each foot. We're going to create one from this joint to this joint, and we're going to create another from this joint to this joint. Real quick, if you want, you can go in and you can name them. I usually like to name them right foot, then SC, and I put SC, and I put a 2, so it's like the second one. Both of these are going to go inside of this foot control. So now this foot control is going to be able to control everything, and as you can clearly see when I move it up, these two are kind of chained in there pretty well so that the foot stays as it is, and if I want to rotate it instead I have to rotate the actual thing so it doesn't kind of hover around and move freely. So then what's next? Next thing is we're going to actually create the heel peel and toe peel. So to create that, I already have them here, but I'm going to delete them just to show you how I did them. Delete these attributes. All I did was I added an attribute over here, heel peel, and I'm going to go ahead and make this go up to 15. And I'm going to do toe peel, 0 to 15. And next what we're going to do, and I want you to very carefully listen because it's kind of confusing at first. Okay, there's going to be a bunch of IK handles here, as you can see. You want to grab this IK handle, make sure you have your channel box open as well, and press F to find the IK handle. And just in case, I'm going to rename the IK handle to right IK just in case. I'm going to press Control G, and by pressing that I'm going to have this appear. I can press Insert now to change the pivot point of that group I just created. And now sometimes it gets annoying trying to get the group to the pivot of the group to match that, so I'm going to isolate them just in case by pressing Control 1, and this makes it much easier for me to go about doing that. So now that that's done, as you can see, if I were to rotate this, now you can see the heel is rotating, and I'm going to call this heel peel GRP for group and R for right. Alright, I'm going to take the other two single chain solvers, I'm going to make them a group. I'm going to call them single chain group R. I'm going to take both of these, I'm going to group these, I'm going to call them toe peel group R. With the toe peel group, I'm going to press Insert. I'm going to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to do it for this joint over here. I'm going to take the toe peel group, I'm going to take the pivot of the toe peel group, and I'm going to snap it to this right here by pressing V and using the middle mouse button to snap it. So now I have pretty much made it so that I have a group that contains both the heel peel and the other two solvers, and I can rotate from this end, and I can go ahead and do the same with the heel peel and rotate from this end. Now the only problem is it's going to be kind of difficult for the animator to get into the group for each control curve, so we're going to make it easier by simply having the attributes over here for heel peel and toe peel match up with the group. And we're going to use the classic and favorite set driven key, one of my favorite tools in Maya, to do that. So we're going to load the driver. The driver we're going to load is the right foot, and heel peel is going to be selected first. And the thing I'm going to select as the driven for this case would be the heel peel group. Load that as a driven. In this case, I know we're going to probably be rotating the x-axis, right? Yeah, x-axis on the heel peel group. And so let's press key. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click right foot, and we're going to move the heel peel all the way up to 15. And I'm going to move rotate X to what I think the max of what this would be. I guess I would want it to go all the way up to maybe, what, 45? Maybe 35. I don't want his foot to bend past a certain point. That's just unnatural. I'd even go as far as maybe just saying 25. 25 is good. So now we key, and as you can see, the heel peel has this effect. Let's do the same with the toe peel. We'll take the toe peel control. Instead of heel peel group, we'll use our toe peel group and load the driven. Rotate X, key as is, and then when we move the toe peel to 15, let's move rotate X. Let's try 25 again, see what we get. That's pretty good. Maybe let's try 35. Yeah, for this one we'll just do 35, so key. And so now if we go to the right foot, as you can see, we have the heel peel and the toe peel. We also have the foot itself, which works well like this. Alright, so now I have it working on the left foot over here and the right foot over here. We also have the pull vector attached to the foot so that we can raise it midair and change the way the pull vector is affected and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty good. And the last thing I'm going to do, and this is just for something I like to do personally, I'm going to make it so that you can't bring this axis below a certain point, so that you're kind of limited to the ground itself. And if you want to bring him lower and stuff, you're going to have to pretty much use the base. Okay, so if you want to do that, then basically select whatever control you want to do that to, and then in the right foot, not the shape node, but in the original transform node, you go to limit information and open up the transform node or translate node. And I guess this would be the y-axis. We just don't want him to go past 0. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We'll set a minimum. So now, as you can see, I am unable to bring him past that point. Very nice. So this should be pretty much it for this sec. You can now take his foot and move it which way, like this. You have a pull vector to move it with, as well as a heel and a peel. There you go. Very nice.